they're causing you
Kids out of school this
some
week.
stress already, if you're feeling the anxiety already, and it's only Sunday and you're counting down to Thursday, or maybe you're counting down to Friday to get past Thursday,
Mm-hmm.
we're here to share some tips with you to help you get through this season, this week of Thanksgiving and going into the Christmas season. We think of it as the holiday season, but some people think of it as the season of anxiety or the
Mm-hmm.
anxiety season.
Mm-hmm.
I'm Alvalyn Sandra Swafford on my mom's channel, DrGeorgianne Thomas. You all know her. You see her here Monday through Fridays on her show, A Slice of Life. We're coming on Sundays to share with you what we're calling the Restored Soul
Mm-hmm.
series. So,
And where do we get that restored soul from?
we get that restored soul from seeking God for solace and for
Mm-hmm.
refuge and for encouragement through our prayer life, through following God's word,
And the
through being
23rd
true
Psalms.
to ourselves,
Mm-hmm.
through doing those things the Lord has called us to do. That restores our soul.
Mm-hmm.
Looking to the Lord as He promises us to do. Yes, in Psalm 23. He restores my soul. So this series on Sundays, so we're talking about some practical advice on how to get your soul restored.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes,
soul
yes,
restored.
yes,
Yeah.
yes.
So today you're talking about the season of anxiety and what to do.
Mm-hmm.
We have a guiding scripture each week that we come, and it is coming today from Philippians chapter 4, verses 6 through 7, a familiar one. Do not worry about anything, but in everything, by prayer and supplication with thanksgiving, let your requests be made known unto God, and the peace of God, which surpasses all understanding, will guard your hearts and your minds in Christ Jesus.
Perfect. It's a perfect
Yes.
verse. Your heart and your mind,
Hearts and your
which is
minds.
good. Which is since we've named this the season of anxiety.
Mm-hmm.
It's your hearts and your minds that's impacted
Mm-hmm.
by that anxiousness.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
And we talked about some of that anxiety comes from expectations that others place on you
Mm-hmm.
and expectations that you place on yourself
Mm-hmm.
as well, to have perfect Thanksgiving or the perfect Christmas or to
Mm-hmm.
get things done, particularly if you have children in your household.
Mm-hmm.
You want things to go well for them.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
What is that perfect Thanksgiving and that perfect who says
yeah, who
that?
defined that?
Yeah, who defined that?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Think about that. Who defined that? Because my era, your era, we came along with the Pilgrims and the Indians,
We
for
did.
Thanksgiving, and
We
we
did.
know that is incorrect.
Mm-hmm.
The story of oppression more
Mm-hmm.
so than not, it's not sort of liberation or of Thanksgiving.
Mm-hmm.
So we've shifted
And
the
some
narrative.
people say that we're celebrating, the country celebrates the oppression
Mm-hmm.
of another set of people or
Yeah.
another set of people and call it Thanksgiving.
Right. Yes. Of the
Mm-hmm.
indigenous people of this country,
Mm-hmm.
called America, and their oppression and not annihilation,
Mm-hmm.
and great attempts to render them even to be extinct or non-existent. So we are. That is problematic when we're looking at it that way.
But we
But
we do
we've
it
tried to
different.
change. We've changed
Yeah.
the narrative over the
Change the
years
narrative.
and say, okay, we're being thankful,
Mm-hmm.
for those things, those blessings in our lives.
Mm-hmm.
And so, um, three things I want to share with you on how to get through this season of anxiety. When you're feeling it coming on, what do you do?
I used to feel it coming on raising you by myself as a single mother. I had anxiety. One anxiety was, for Christmas, it was like, how am I going to pay for all the lists? Because I haven't made a list.
Mm-hmm.
And then at Thanksgiving, it'd be like, we need to have that perfect Thanksgiving. So you had to have a turkey. You had to have some kind of dressing. And I just thought you had to have that because when you went back to school, I didn't want you to be in school and they said, "What you have, Evelyn? How was your Thanksgiving?"
Yeah.
And you couldn't say, "Yeah, I didn't have. We didn't have turkey." I didn't want you feeling badly.
Mm-hmm.
So as a mother, and a mother divorced parent, then I felt like it was my responsibility to give her the American whatever that was of Thanksgiving, so she can go back and say
Yes.
that it was good for her.
Yes,
Mm-hmm.
yes, yes, yes. Yes, so if you're joining us live, we're glad you're here. Please let us know if you can hear us in the comments. Make sure you can see us okay and hear us. We want to make sure we're doing the live correctly
Mm-hmm.
as we go through this series of Restored Souls
Oh
series.
yes.
Is something new that we are trying to come to you to
Yeah, we got.
share some of
Mm-hmm.
our practical advice and some of our lived wisdom that
Mm-hmm.
we have combined with faith. So we want to make sure that all is working well technically for you all. So if you can hear us, leave us a comment, say that you can, or if you can't, let us know. So those three things that we want to share
Mm-hmm.
with you in terms of how to get to this season of anxiety. We've got some notes here that we're gonna look at to make sure that we get it all down. The first thing is pause and pray.
Mm-hmm.
Pause and pray. Pause and pray. Pause and pray during this season. Taking a pause from the stress, from the demands, from the on the go,
It's
from the
difficult when
ripping and
you're in
running.
bad travel, in bad traffic.
Yeah. That's gonna be crazy wherever you are.
Mm-hmm.
So pause and pray. You can do that by taking deep breaths
Mm-hmm.
as you pause and inhaling and exhaling. Saying a prayer as you inhale and exhale through your nose.
Mm-hmm.
Your meditation, your affirmations, those things that you normally will do.
Mm-hmm.
But you could especially do them during this season. And if you have a favorite hymn, sing a part of that
Oh
hymn from the
yes.
church or favorite gospel
Mm-hmm.
song, or you can stop and play one
Mm-hmm.
on your smart
Call
device.
Alexa.
Yeah, and ask a song, your favorite song, to be played, or pull it up, stream
Mm-hmm.
it, and play just to center your spirit and quiet
Mm-hmm.
your spirit and allow yourself to recenter and not get knocked off, your equilibrium knocked off,
Yeah, I
because
like what you
that.
said. The center and quiet your spirit.
Mm-hmm.
It's a
Mm-hmm.
quiet in your spirit.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Isn't it song quiet something in the
Mm-hmm.
church?
Bless the
Quiet.
quietness.
Uh-huh, that's it.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. So yes, that's first thing. Pause and pray. And the second thing is prioritize your peace. Prioritize your peace.
Ooh, talk about
Prioritize your
but
peace.
talk about the potato
Yes.
salad.
So if you, okay, let's say you're the one in your family that always makes the potato salad
Mm-hmm.
every year. Okay, that's what you do. You may not want to make the potato salad for 30 people this year. You may
Mm-hmm.
say, no, I'm not doing 30. I'll make a small batch. Then you
Mm-hmm.
call cousin Joanne, Aunt Juanita,
Mm-hmm.
whomever. You let them do.
You say I
You
always make the potato
let them
salad.
do it.
I want to do it.
Do part of it as well,
Mm-hmm.
so that you're not doing it for everyone. Or you may
Mm-hmm.
say, I'm not gonna do it this year. Get back with me next year. So
Mm-hmm.
prioritize your piece, and everybody has a different piece. Everyone has a different
Mm-hmm.
piece. You want to be sure to set boundaries
Yes.
and expectations
Yes.
this season. So you may decide to do Thanksgiving at home with your family, just
Mm-hmm.
your small unit, as opposed to going to the big family thing every year,
Especially when you know that every time you go to that
every
family
time.
reunion, I mean Thanksgiving, you know who gonna come in. There's
Mm-hmm.
gonna be some drama.
Yes. So the boundaries and the expectations, you feel free. Take your authority to set that, to prioritize your peace.
Mm-hmm.
And the thing that I like to remember is that it's only one day. Thanksgiving is only one day.
Mm-hmm.
It's 24 hours.
Mm-hmm.
By the time you get to noon,
It's over.
it's downhill.
Downhill afternoon.
So it's
Mm-hmm.
just one day. You're sleeping for a good portion of that, right? Or if you're cooking for a good portion of
Mm-hmm.
that. So then it's just a little while. So it's just one day. Eventually, midnight on Thursday is coming, or midnight Friday morning is
Yeah.
coming. Eventually, it's coming.
Day follows night.
Right,
Night
night
follows
follows day.
day.
So
Mm-hmm.
it's coming. And then when you get to that point, it's like, hey, we're on to Friday. We're on to something, something else. All the
Mm-hmm.
restaurants are back open again. Stores
Mm-hmm.
are open.
Mm-hmm.
You can do whatever you want to do. Go to the gym, work out, whatever you want to do for this holiday
Mm-hmm.
season. So it's just one day. Make
Mm-hmm.
it through that day. And so to that end as well, don't do anything in one day that has long-lasting consequences
Ooh, that's good.
for more any additional pain and suffering that may come to
Mm-hmm.
your life. So watch your tongue.
Mm-hmm.
Just that's why you can guard your heart and spirit. Watch your tongue,
Mm-hmm.
what you say, what you do, what you
Mm-hmm.
drink, what you eat, what you go, what you
Oh.
do. because you don't
What you
want anything
drink.
to happen that has long-lasting consequences just to get through one day. One day. All right. So then the third thing is that you're going to do is practice gratitude and being reconnected.
Oh
That's
yes.
the thing. Practice gratitude. First is pause and pray. Second is prioritize your peace.
Mm-hmm.
And the third thing is practice gratitude and reconnecting.
Okay.
So when you're practicing gratitude, that means throughout this whole week, start thinking about some things that you're thankful for. Don't wait
Mm-hmm.
till Thursday when you go around the table and say, okay, everybody, let's say what we're thankful
Mm-hmm.
for. Don't wait for that. You can
Mm-hmm.
start now thinking of those things that you're grateful for,
Mm-hmm.
that you're thankful for, and making a list throughout the week. Just a notepad, note paper, in your notebook, in your journal, on your phone, your
Mm-hmm.
tablet, or voice text it, type it into your notes,
I think
things
you
that you're
should take
thankful
a few
for.
minutes, you know.
Mm,
Not only this was the week that we have Thankful Thursday,
yeah.
but by the same token, it's maybe if you don't do this, it's a good time to start the whole Thankful Thursday or the whole thankfulness kind of
Mm-hmm.
gratitude, writing gratitudes. Remember that whole
Oh yeah, the
process?
gratitude journal. Yeah,
Yes.
start having a gratitude journal. Yes,
Mm-hmm.
yes. And when you start the process, it will remind you that trouble don't last always. Yes,
Mm-hmm. Yes.
yes, and it reminds you of good things that have happened
Yes.
to you
And you're
this
like,
year.
Lord, how did I get through that?
Yeah,
Oh my
just good things
God.
that are happening,
Mm-hmm.
and that will help ward off any of the anxiety. If you think you don't have it all together and don't have the recipes all together or don't have the house all together the way you want it to be for the people who are coming over,
Mm-hmm.
or don't even have, like, you think you have your life all together and you got to go see your cousin from
Mm-hmm.
California who's coming to visit, and they're going to drill you. You just remember to be thankful for what you do have, what you have accomplished
Mm-hmm.
this year, you and your family. You made it through that outpatient
Yes.
procedure.
Mm-hmm.
That project at work, went
For my
well,
students,
got
they got through
finished. You,
school.
you got through almost through another semester of
Mm-hmm.
school. You were able to see your child do well on the science
Mm-hmm.
project, and those things you
Yes.
were grateful for. You were able to, be able to take a trip or a vacation or
Mm-hmm.
just anything that you're grateful for, and that would help you stay connected to God's blessings in your
Mm-hmm.
life,
Mm-hmm.
and stay connected to even like your family, even if you all make a practice as a family. So
Yes.
reconnecting to those things that matter, and that bring you joy. That's the
And the
fourth thing.
fourth one, yeah,
The
the
fourth thing that
joy,
I came up with,
laughter.
was practicing joy and practicing laughter,
Yes.
having fun, laughing,
Mm-hmm.
taking time to laugh, taking time
Taking
to
time to
laugh.
laugh.
Yes, so
Don't you feel better when you laugh?
yes,
Mm-hmm.
we were remembering, and I see some people have joined us, so we're glad that you're here. Who are watching, and again, please let us know if you can hear us.
Yes,
If you
please.
cannot hear us, because we were having some challenges earlier. So if you cannot hear us, please leave a comment that
Oh
you
Lord.
cannot hear us.
Mm-hmm.
But we pray that you can. But we were laughing a bit earlier about that whole going around the table saying things that you're grateful for, and we did this last year, and someone says something. I was like, oh wow, I didn't. Okay, they're grateful for that. Like, okay,
You see why? And
that's
that's why I
interesting.
say I don't want to go around the table because it's gonna be
I said,
somebody
oh my
like
god. I said,
judges,
oh,
judgment.
I
And then,
said,
and then you're right when you said
I was like, oh
you
wow.
said people are gonna expect you to say certain things. Like I think I said something, and then I had to go back and clean it up because I have had some health issues. But that wasn't the first thing I was grateful for. You know,
Mm,
it was something else. I don't know what it was. Then I said,
right.
"Oh yeah," and I'm grateful for God has saved me. Blah blah
Yes.
blah. But I had my own other
Right.
list
Right.
going on, and then I
Right.
knew the whole table was going to judge me. So I don't know about that grateful thing. I know. I
Yeah.
think you should do what you said we should
Yeah, I
do.
think you might make your list what you're grateful for, and then when you get to that point on Thursday,
Mm-hmm.
you already got it in your head what you want to say, so
Yes.
you're not really stumbling, fumbling, trying to figure out what it is,
Mm-hmm.
that you want to say that you're thankful. You already know what you're thankful for,
Yes. Yes.
and it may not be like those standard things. And I really hate to say it's standard, but people's standard thing.
There's
I
a
think for my
standard. There's a
life, thinking for
standard.
good health.
Yes.
Yes, we are thankful for those things,
For
but
my
this
mama and my
particular,
daddy, I got all that.
yeah, this particular person said something. I was like, all right, okay, that's what she's thankful for. Well, I can't argue. She said she's thankful.
That's
I
what
can't
you're
argue with
thankful
that. I can argue with that.
Right.
So it was. So yes. So thankful to each thankful thing his their own, right?
Yeah.
I'll make up a phrase. Make up a phrase. But in the middle of that was my laughter remembering from last year. So practice joy as well. Light your candle, fix yourself a favorite meal.
Yes.
You can even have your own
Peanut
side.
butter and jelly.
Yes,
Nothing wrong with it. Grilled cheese.
Right.
Nothing wrong with it. Fried fish. Nothing wrong with it. Spaghetti.
Okay.
Nothing wrong with it.
Yeah, lobster tails.
Yes.
Fried fish. Yes, whatever it is that you want to eat. On that day, hot dogs, Polish sausages,
Yes.
whatever, vegan salads.
You're thankful for it's your thankfulness.
Right, it's your thankfulness. So find joy that way. Find joy that way. So as we close, we leave you with these 4 things to remember to help you deal with the season of anxiety. First is pause and pray. The second is
I'm gonna talk about this on pause and pray.
Yeah, okay. You're gonna talk about that. Okay. So yeah, going back to prayer. I wrote this book a few years ago, and I'm thankful that it still resonates with people. That's really a blessing to me, because these prayers are blessings to me. It's called Lord Have Mercy, 5 Go-To Prayers when you need to pray but don't know what to say. And I'll put the link in the description on how you can order the book, or you can go to my website, my first name, alvelyn.com, ALVELYN, alvelyn.com. You can get the book there. And when you say there are 5 simple 1-sentence prayers, I tell my story how these prayers help me get through a difficult time. So if you're having some anxiety this season, that may help you, or help someone who you know that may be challenged. Sometimes people oftentimes we remember our loved ones who've left us to make the transition during this season. That makes another level of anxiety that comes, because maybe it's our first year dealing with being without our loved ones, or remembering years past and things we've done, and sometimes trying to keep those traditions going.
Traditions. We've always done it this way.
We've always done it this way.
And Grandmama always did it this way. And Grandmama been gone a few years now.
Yeah.
No, I mean, it's too hard on you. When you try to say, Grandmama been gone a few years now, and then you try to do that thing.
Yes.
All you're doing is putting more anxiety on yourself.
Yes.
You need to say, Grandmama, I'm doing the best I can, and this is what I'm going to do. Like that pie thing with my mama.
Yes.
Yeah, you were like, Mama, I'm making the pie as best I can.
Yes.
I'm making this pie as best I can.
Yes.
But I know you got something extra. I'm trying to say to you all.
I'm sorry, because I saw the comments coming up, and I want to make sure. Okay, go ahead. We're sorry, y'all. Go ahead with the grandma story.
I don't know.
Okay. Talk to your grandma while you going through it. Yes.
While you in the kitchen, talk to grandmama. While you walking through the house, talk to mama. While you doing whatever you're doing, talk to daddy.
Yes.
But talk to them because they know they're there.
Yes.
But they see that you're like, hey, look at me. I'm eating a peanut butter and jelly sandwich, and I'm happy with it because you raised me, you brought me this far, and God didn't bring me this far to leave me. Yeah. You got to get some kind of, what is that? Some kind of stamina about yourself. Some kind of joy. Like my daughter talked about that joy that only God can give you. When you got that understanding, what she read tonight, I'm telling you, it'll make you just like. I got stories to tell. As a single parent, you don't always have everything. And so what?
Right.
As long as I know that she is going to go to school, he is going to go to school, little Johnny, little Chihuahua, little whomever is going to go to school, and they're going to go to school and be okay, then that's what you want. And let me say something else. You're in a shelter. Okay? You're in a shelter for right now. It ain't forever. God got something for you. I don't know. It came to me. Somebody's going to be watching this that's in a shelter, that's in your car. Do you know that more people are living in their cars right now than ever? They did some kind of statistic on that. Let me tell you something. I know what it's like. People want to say, oh, you always had. No, I have not always had. I came from having, and I didn't want my parents to know all what was going on with me. You know how you feel like you've grown. You know, so I ain't tell them everything. So, but I ain't always had. But I know I had. What I had was a child. And when you're in that shelter with that child, you keep that child in focus and everything gonna be all right. God got you. I don't know, I'm talking to somebody.
And what's really coming to my spirit is that we may have to do another episode on talking about freedom. Freedom is always like a recurring theme for me, like being free to be who God called you to be and do the things God called you to do. And oftentimes that does not mean conforming to what the world is asking you to do. That is
being free is almost being alone.
That's all the time. That conforming to what the world is wanting and putting the expectations and pressure on for you to do. So we have the time of being thankful. But I get very concerned when it's this effort to have the exact meal that you're supposed to have at the exact time of day that society says you're supposed to have, and then the stress and the anxiety that comes with that because you may or may not have the resources to do it. And if you do have the resources, you just simply may not have the presence of mind or the spirit or want to do it, you know, but you do it because, you know, everybody in family is doing it, but you don't have that freedom to be like, I don't want to celebrate Thanksgiving this way. I want to celebrate Thanksgiving my way. I want to be thankful this way. But then I don't want the judgment of y'all didn't have no turkey. You know, like, no, we didn't have turkey. We had something else. Matter of fact, we don't even eat meat. Matter of fact, we're vegan. You know, so we had something else, you know, for Thanksgiving.
That's freedom right there. Freedom.
You know, so, you know, we didn't make none on the side just to, you know, put, and then we gotta go, but we don't get me started on social media, on all the pictures that flood. I had a friend one time. I don't want to call them out, but he put, one of my ministerial colleagues put on Facebook. He may do it again this year. I think he does it every year. We don't need to see pictures of your food. We all eating the same thing.
I do not.
The Reverend Paul Horn. He says that we don't need to see your food. We all eating the same thing.
Does he say that?
Yes.
Right. I don't know why you're showing us your food. What does that mean? What does that mean when you do that?
Yeah, but then when that happens, that's when this anxiety comes. So So
you gotta go.
Okay, so yes. So the four things we got totally off track here was but not really off track. We were down the track we're supposed to go down.
Okay.
How about that? Okay. So pause and pray.
That's freedom.
Yes, free. Hey. There you go. Live and live in color. Pause and pray. Prioritize your peace. Practice gratitude and being reconnected, and then also practice joy. Practice joy in this season. Find some time to laugh, stream a film or a TV show. What do you call those things when they do marathons? Yeah, find you a marathon.
What's this joy that I have?
The world didn't give it to me.
And the world can't
give it, and the world can't take it away.
Lord, this joy that I have.
The world
can give it to me. This joy that I have. Come on, y'all. The world didn't give it to me. This joy that I have. The Lord didn't give it. The world didn't give it to me. The world didn't give it, and the world can't take it away. Baby, enjoy your Thanksgiving, however that is. With whomever it is you want to enjoy it with. However you got to do it. Just do it, but make sure you do it within the framework of what we're talking about.
Yes. Thanks for joining us. We'll be back here next Sunday. God bless you.
Happy Thanksgiving.
Happy Thanksgiving. Bye. We're going to end the live.
Yes.
Yes.